Croatia against Japan, gents. That, Nick, I'm just looking at that top half of the bracket that the USA is in now. Netherlands, United States will play the winner of Argentina, Australia, Japan, Croatia, then plays obviously the winners of Group G and H, which and runners up of Group H, which we think obviously Brazil's in that side. But that kind of side of the bracket is opened up now for a team, be it Australia, Japan, Croatia, maybe the US, who really were thinking, you know, last 16 is our best hope at this tournament. And now they're thinking about going maybe to the semifinals. So this is a good, really good, in terms of the neutrals point of view, this is a really good side of the bracket. I know Argentina have got Leo Messi, but still, this isn't a vintage Argentine side either, is it?
No, I'm dreaming as a US fan because, again, I don't favor them going far. I don't think they will go very far, but I am a giant US fan.
But they can. They could.
Exactly.
And we've not been able to say that before.
You certainly have not. And now I'm looking at we know it's going to be Brazil. Well, it's absolutely likely that Brazil will go far in this tournament. But then you think, well, what if Portugal somehow finishes second in Group H? Or there is not a team in Group H that could finish second that you're really thinking, well, Brazil will be happy with that. Do you think they want a grudge match with Uruguay? Do you think they want an explosive and who knows what is going on at Ghana? Do you think they want South Korea, who entered this tournament as a possible dark horse? It is going to be really interesting. I think Brazil will be tested, and Argentina is going to, with all due respect to Australia, probably waltz into the next round. So who knows what's going to happen? You could have three very good South American teams in the top half of the bracket.
But it is, as we're seeing there, the path is opening up, Andy, right?
Brazil and Argentina.
That is, I mean, it's all signs are pointing towards a huge South American rivalry clash in that semi-final. But with Japan and Croatia in particular, do we see the makings of a true dark horse in those teams? You've got Croatia with their experience, with their class, and Japan with just sort of the unpredictability, right, of how many great attacking players in the team unit and how the team is first. And, you know, you're no mugs if you take down Germany and Spain in the group stage of a World Cup. So basically, don't underestimate anybody on that side of the bracket.
Yeah, if Japan, it feels like if Japan could get out of their own way in the first half of games, especially, not start as slowly as they have, because look at both of their wins. They come back very late on against Germany to beat them. For 45 minutes, they were not even in the game. Kind of a little bit of the same story today against Spain. Spain had so much of the ball, so much possession. I believe Japan under 100 passes in the first half, and then they come out 2 goals in the first however many minutes, and it's like the first half didn't even happen. And so if they can start quickly like that, I don't want to say that they are going to win that game, but there is no reason they shouldn't beat Croatia, because I have not been impressed with anything I've seen from them. They got so incredibly lucky that Romelu Lukaku just did not know where the goal was on Thursday. And I know fitness and sharpness and all those things, those factors come into play, and he was very unhappy after the game and all that. But I've just not seen anything from Croatia that makes me think, there's the team that went to the World Cup final 4 years ago. There's a team that's actually a threat and dangerous to do something like that again this tournament. It's just old, it's slow, and Japan have just a dynamism and an energy about them that when they are playing well, they believe they are one of the best teams at this tournament. And that belief, I think, at a tournament, especially in knockout rounds, can take you a long way.
It's fun. It's really fun to see a team that, you know, Japan obviously got to the last 16 last time, 2-0 up against Belgium, then lost that game in agonizing fashion. So it's great to see them kind of bounce back from that defeat and then in a really positive way just stun the World Cup so far. Because even though, like we have said, we saw them up close against the US, very close to the World Cup, saw how good they were, and hoped that was more about how good Japan was than how bad the US was. And that's kind of been proven right, hasn't it, with these results and the way they're playing. So, watch out for Japan as a dark horse in this tournament. And we talked them up, lads. So pat on the back to all three of us before this World Cup, because they were a team that we singled out and said, just watch out for them, especially in that tough group. And they've made it out. So Nick Mendola in particular, hats off to you, my friend, because you are very, very big on the Samurai Blue.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.